Hello, testing, testing. I pressed the button, not sure if it's going to work. We had some technical difficulties, but we are here with the Nintendo Direct, only off by like 4 minutes or so. No spoilers. But no, I do believe I got it working. So here, live reaction, because I'm watching it now anyway. Tried my darndest to get this on time, but no, off by 4 or 5 minutes. Anyway, stop beating around the bush. I'm gonna try doing this thing. Just gotta make sure. Oh, nope, there it goes. Okay, tech issues pushed through. I am watching this one way or another. Sorry for the abrupt opening, but I want to do the Nintendo Direct. I got up early for this thing, so we're doing it anyhow. So here we go. We're going with it. Where are you? There you are. Again, if you're watching this live, it's gonna be off, but if you're watching this on the archive, then it's fine. Besides, I got that post discussion that we always do, usually. So here we go. Pressing it now, so I'm not too far off. We're only off by like 4 minutes. 4 minutes, I say. Telling everybody. Gotta tell everybody. Surprise, we're actually doing it. Telling everyone. There you go. First things up, Pokemon. That's all I do. I pushed it back. As you can see, we're off by 4 minutes. No spoilers here. Just Pokemon stuff. With the start, new Pokemon things, I guess. I don't know the context. I'm watching it brand new as it's happening. Here we go. New stuff for Scarlet and Violet. Good, good, good. Gotta tell everybody everywhere, hey, surprise, I was able to get it to work. I'm also putting my alerts off here from Twitter so I don't get spoiled. No spoilers, please. There you go. So even though we're off by a bit, the main aspect will probably be the post-talk discussion, because a lot of people are like, all right, I saw the Nintendo Direct, I'm out of here. But unlike most people, we usually talk about it for some extra time. So that's what we'll be doing. Also, should probably get rid of my tweet saying I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do this or not. But no, we got this in time. We are good. We are VR. We got this going. And what is up with these Pokermans? We got them. I was gonna change my status real quick because I was like, hey, I'm just watching the Nintendo Direct. I'm not able to stream it, but no, I'm actually able to do some kind of stream with it. So, telling everybody, gotta update my status. Move the Discord over here. Boop, there you go. Change that to streaming Nintendo Direct. Live on Twitch. There you go. Bam. But yeah, these aspects, these new areas, these new things that they're showing off for Pokemon look pretty good. I honestly, I gotta catch up on my Pokemons. A lot of people are like, I've beaten the game like 50 times by now. And I'm like, okay, cool, dude, but there's a lot of games releasing, a lot of games out there. Hard to keep up with everything. Yeah, this is cool. Ooh, Teal Mask Indigo Disc. Available for purchase now.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi.
Hopefully the volume's good. I'm gonna turn up that volume.
Nintendo Direct.
Bam. There you go.
And I'll also be joining today.
Hello.
That was the latest trailer for the hidden treasure of Area Zero. The
Area
DLC
Zero.
for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon
Don't tell
Violet
Snake.
games. The first half of the trailer took
Or the
place
cat from
at a
Code
festival
Geass.
in the countryside.
Or Mega Man.
While the second half seemed to be in a completely different location, a futuristic academy in the middle of the ocean. More details on this DLC will be available in the future.
And after today's Nintendo Direct, A special event will be held in Pokemon
Special
Scarlet and
event?
Pokemon Violet. We hope you'll
Okay.
participate in it. Okay, let's see.
Special
our first batch of
events?
headlines.
All right, headline time. What do we got? Oh, yep, okay. Sonic confirmed for Switch. There were some weird thoughts of whether or not Sonic would be on the Switch or not because the website was like, register now for your free Amy DLC costume. And it's like, well, where's the Nintendo Switch option? Or where's the Steam option? They had like a missing option somewhere. Hopefully that's all taken care of.
Or swing a powerful hammer as Amy Rose.
That's good.
By harnessing the incredible power of the Chaos Emeralds,
And I'm
you
gonna
can
tell
summon
everybody
storm
everywhere
blows.
that we're live. Because again, we're off by like 4 minutes from the actual live thingamajig.
And
But
so much more.
as mentioned, we will be doing a post-talk breakdown. Most people are like, I saw the Nintendo Direct. I am out of here. Good night, everybody, even though it's early in the day. No, we don't do that here. We do an actual, hey, here's a breakdown. Here's some stuff. Also gonna get this out of the way. I don't know. Here's a Sega thing, but I don't know, some Capcom thing.
Launches on the Nintendo
I don't
Switch
know.
system this fall.
Square Enix, Konami. They're all gonna be doing something, maybe. That's my prediction thingamajigs. Oh, and new classic Nintendo games
Welcome to Paleo.
for
In this
classic
free-to-play
systems, like
adventure sim,
more announcements about the Game Boy Advance,
live
Game
with
Boy,
your dreams,
N64.
alongside in-game
There's a lot of those
characters
things
and
that they
players
announced a
from
while
all
ago
over the
that
world.
still hasn't been released yet. Like, where's my darn
Build
Pokemon
houses,
Stadium 2
decorate your
Nintendo?
home plot, grow crops in your garden, and more. Play with
Right,
other
yeah, no,
residents
they're
in
gonna be doing stuff
online
that.
co-op
Maybe,
or
well, they
carve
already
out
did
your
Pokemon
blissful
things,
life
so
solo.
maybe not so much on that unless they're all
And
putting
if
it,
you're eager
blocking
to
it all together for all the
explore,
classic
there's
stuff, so
plenty
I
of
don't know,
life
more
beyond the village.
more classic games, more
Set
stuff
off
that
on
would have
a
been done with the
journey to
link cable
uncover
back in the
Palio's
day,
many
which could mean, I don't know, Pokemon or
just
some other
kick
stuff.
back and relax at home. How
Not
you
not
live
not
is
too many
entirely
crazy
up to
predictions
you.
as far as I can
What
tell or
kind of
something.
coziness
I know a
will
lot of
you
people were
choose?
talking like some
Paleo
Xenosaga
is free to
maybe,
play
or
and
some
launches on
Skies of
Nintendo Switch
Arcadia.
this holiday.
Some classic stuff with that, but on new HD. Who knows?
Your heart.
Yeah, okay, there's the confirmation that, again, the new Persona games coming to systems other than the Xbox, because people are like, hey, it's just gonna be on Xbox.
When
There
the
you
group
go.
ends up in an unfamiliar world,
But no,
they must
it
join
was
forces
most definitely
with
gonna be on other things
revolutionary
besides
named
Xbox.
Arena to combat
For
the
sure,
armies
for
that
sure.
have taken control. During battle, assess the situation and
Which
determine
I'm
whether
very
to
excited for. As you know, I
attack
do
up
like
close,
them tactic
from
games.
far, or using a persona.
I love those grid tactical-based games. Turn-based strategy... Wait, grid turn-based strategy tactics games are my cup of tea. They are my bread and butter, as by playing Super Robot Wars, Fire Emblem, SD Gundam Generation. Lots of good stuff.
Persona series returns, allowing you to
Yeah,
combine
yeah.
personas to form other ones.
And I had to put my alerts for Twitter down because people are like, "Oh my God, new Nintendo stuff!" Like, no spoilers here. I know I'm off by 4 minutes for those watching live, but if you're watching the archive, which I'm pretty sure a majority of you are going to be doing, we are actually okay in that department. You may be seeing my stuff reacting to what I'm saying as I'm seeing it. These things they have announced so far, other than maybe the Pokemon stuff, we already knew a bit.
Step into a Saturday morning cartoon. Calling all heroes for the first-person roguelike adventure, Myth Force. Enter
Myth
a
Force?
high fantasy world inspired by
Hopefully they're not
Saturday morning cartoons from the
mistaken.
past. It's up to
Terrible
you to
time.
stop the evil
What do you
devils from
expect?
taking over.
It's 4 a.m.,
It
man.
won't be easy.
Not 4 a.m.
Treacherous
It's
tombs
10
and
a.m.
cryptic
But still,
castles threaten
I
your
had
survival.
a perfectly
Wield medieval weapons
open
and
Wednesday
legendary
morning
magic
before
to
Nintendo
strike
says,
forward
hey,
monsters.
less than 24 hours, Nintendo
During this
Direct.
run, you can
I remember
find
back in the day when they gave us
treasures
like a
that
week's
boost your
ahead of time so we
character's
could prepare for these things,
abilities.
which would accommodate for technical difficulties, by the way. But then Nintendo's like, hey, no, here's our Nintendo Direct. No E3 this year, but hey, Nintendo Direct anyway. You could at least given us like 2 or 3 days ahead warning or something, but no, they had to be like, nope, throw out all your plans for Wednesday morning out of the window, and a Wednesday of all days, not like a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, like not like a weekend day or anything. They're just like, hey, here you go, Nintendo Direct. Come on, Nintendo, give us a larger warning to prepare for these things. I had to completely throw out my Wednesday plans. Make up for this. But anyway, hey, Splatoon 3. So I gotta pick that up. I want to play it. All my friends have been playing it, but it's like, hey, again, too many games out there, man. Let's go with that Splatoon 3's getting that support.
The next Splatfest
Yeah.
for the Splatoon 3 game has been confirmed.
Cool.
Okay, Squids, here's the theme. Which flavor of ice cream is best? Vanilla, strawberry, or mint chip?
I know some folks are allergic to
This
strawberries, but
Splatfest will be held
I
during the
personally
dates shown
am
on
not,
screen.
and that is my preferred flavor. If strawberry wasn't on there, then I'd probably go with the mint one. The mint flavor is pretty cool too. I like mint and strawberry. I like combining the two. If I had the option of getting both flavors, I'd get both of those flavors. Vanilla's,
Plus, get
you know, vanilla.
themed battles with challenges.
I can't go wrong with it,
More
but at the same
Splattastic
time,
events are on the way. Be on the lookout for more info in the future.
oh, more okay, so maybe we are getting more. Is this Detective Pikachu Switch? They're playing some jazzy tunes. We get Detective Pikachu.
Promote an even stronger bond between the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City.
Oh, this is totally Detective Pikachu, maybe.
I hereby proclaim this day the start of Pokemon Friendship Week.
Oh, this is Detective Pikachu.
Pikachu, you two are the ideal detective duo.
The duo return sequel.
Part of detective work.
Quit goofing off and investigate.
They changed up the art style because it looks very different than the 3DS game.
Something tells me this is
Does that mean we're gonna get a Switch port of original Detective Pikachu? Because people who haven't played the original. Is it a sequel? We get an HD version? Anyway, more Detective Pikachu! Which is pretty good, because after the movie, it seemed like we got almost no news about Nintendo and Detective Pikachu.
Based on our deductions, the culprit is clear, isn't it? A bolt of brilliance.
The name's Pikachu, and I'm what you might call a great detective.
Hey, Detective Pikachu returns this
Sure wish
year?
somebody would bring me some coffee.
It's so weird again to hear Detective Pikachu's voice like that.
Looks like he still loves coffee.
Coffee!
What cases
Yeah, we
will
need to
Tim
have
this
that to
tough-talking
stay awake in the
Pikachu
morning.
solve together? More info will be revealed in the future.
Cool.
Next, please take a look at this.
Neat. Oh! Super Mario RPG! They talked about this! Is this the original? Are they doing one of those HD pixel remasters with Square Enix, or is this just a re-release on SNES online? Oh, nope. It's remake! We going remake! This was part of the rumor! Oh, heck yeah, man! Now this is a big announcement! But is Square involved, or do they buy them off? Or, like, what's the deal? Because Square has some copyrights in here. Where's 3D Gino? I want my 3D Gino! No, there's Mello, but where's Gino? There's Gino! Oh, heck yeah, man. Oh, they got some of the OG sound effects, too. Where's Boshi? A big Yoshi. Oh, this looks great, dude. Also funny to see them all tiny, because it's like, again, they don't got the mushrooms. They gotta fit the art style, so they gotta have them like tiny Mario, even though he's supposed to be like Mario with the mushroom in scale-wise, but made in proportion for the original game. Minecarts. Yoshi races! This is so cool. Yeah, no, this is one of the rumors that came up, besides the stuff with, those other things that I mentioned. But I didn't think it was real. Pre-orders beginning of the year? Square Enix involved! Square Enix confirmed! That fits my bill for saying, hey, Square Enix announcement gonna be popping up for Nintendo. Bam! I didn't think it would be the actual remake, but I said Square Enix. I said it, you heard it me. I said something Square Enix. It was a safe bet. I'll take that bet. We got that
Boy,
bet.
Jimmy, that last trailer featured Mario, but he's not the only
Oh,
one
boy.
getting a game.
Huh? What do you mean?
Let's take a peek.
Hello? Oh, Luigi's Mansion, right? I'm guessing. By music. Oh, wait, no, Peach game. Peach is getting in the game.
Peach will start
Okay,
as
maybe
a
no
new
Luigi's
character
Mansion.
in
No
a
Luigi's
brand
Mansion
new
today, but we are getting a new Peach
when
game,
she
so that's
steps on
cool.
This particular spot on stage.
Huh?
Well, that's neat.
Whoa. What on earth is happening?
They're not on Earth, it's Mushroom
That's all
Kingdom.
we'll show for now.
Arky
We'll
Darky.
share more details at a later date.
Okay, a new Peach
Mr.
game, that's
President,
neat.
There's actually something else.
Oh, something else, neat. Oh, there's your Luigi's Mansion, okay. So I was
visually
right.
enhanced version of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, originally released on Nintendo 3DS,
Yeah.
is in development.
We hope you look forward to
Okay,
seeing
okay,
Luigi's
that
Ghost
makes
League.
sense. Being able to play more Luigi's Mansion on Nintendo Switch, sure.
Both games will launch next year.
Mario, Princess
Cool.
Peach, and Luigi. Looks like Mario fans have
That's
a lot
cool.
of games to look forward
Yeah,
to.
yeah, some
More
good
details
Mario
will be
work.
shared in the future.
We have
Alright,
Luigi's Mansion
let's see
3
some
on
more
Switch, so
headlines.
getting the other games on there. Not too much of an issue.
Become
Batman
Gotham
Arkham.
City's ultimate protector.
Bring the Arkham games to Nintendo Switch. Yep, Arkham Asylum,
We have much to discuss.
Arkham City, Arkham Knight.
To know the fear that is coming.
Is it the trilogy?
This is the beginning.
They kind of forget about that other Arkham game, though. That wasn't directly made by that studio.
You're all
Be cool to have that, too. Batman
You
Origins.
still know how to make an entrance.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman!
Today is the Joker's
Cool.
big homecoming, and you're the guest of honor.
Soon I will command forces beyond your comprehension. I've waited long enough. Batman dies tonight.
This place is dangerous.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Arkham games. The Arkham games, pretty good.
Gotham would be ours.
Over my dead body.
I believe that was the idea.
Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome.
But with the Steam Deck, there are certainly some other options for
Arkham Trilogy
portable
launches on
Gotham
Nintendo
Arkham
Switch
Trilogy.
this fall.
But cool that they're getting it. Not bad.
Your cards right, mercenary. Lead your mercenaries through cursed dungeons in the
Yeah, it's
lands
bad.
of Gloomhaven. Your tactical prowess is all that stands between riches and certain death. This adaptation of the hit board game features turn-based card battles with RPG elements. Unleash deadly combos.
I
and
like
bring
cards
doom
and
upon
strategy.
your foes. But beware, exhaustion is
Just
close
speaking
at
my
hand.
language.
Choose from 17 different mercenaries, brave over 260 grueling missions, and master over 1,000 abilities. Hone your deck, set up synergies, and gain every advantage to survive. Grit your teeth and earn your keep when Gloomhaven launches on the Nintendo
Cool.
Switch system,
Cool stuff.
September 18th. Pre-orders for the Mercenaries and Gold Editions begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay. Neato.
Keep the damn
Oh
party
boy,
going.
everybody's favorite game, Just Dance. Is this also gonna be on the original Wii? After 10 plus years of being out of production. That was a whole thing. They kept on releasing Just Dance on the original Wii. That was funny. Cool. Neat. Playing this song, but they're gonna do "This Is What We Do" from the original 1990s Ninja Turtles movie. Now that would have got my attention. Get that MC Hammer in there. That would have been hilarious.
A silent hope lies in a world
Hello.
without words. One day, a once peaceful realm was silenced by its king.
Silence is not
Now,
golden in this
7
case.
wordless warriors will rise. In this action RPG, these heroes
Ooh,
bound
the
by
animation looks
fate
pretty
must
good.
work together to explore the abyss and find the secluded king. However, with its ever-changing dungeons and powerful foes, conquering the abyss will be no easy feat. Wield weapons like swords, bows, magic, and more to survive this deadly chasm. After you return to base, materials you've collected will help you cultivate resources
Base
and forge
building.
new items. Repeated forays into the abyss will enable you to grow stronger and dive deeper.
Can you hear me?
Your guide on this journey is the kingdom's sorrowful princess, encased in a crystal of her own tears.
Okay.
And through a mysterious power, her voice reverberates in the hearts of the silent warriors.
Reverb.
Why did the king steal the world's words? And what awaits
The acoustics.
warriors in the depths of the abyss?
Acoustics, the JRPG.
Silent Hope dives onto Nintendo Switch October 3rd.
Marvelous. Oh, okay, so that's a known
Sparks
company.
will fly in these Nintendo Switch games.
Sparks fly.
Cast spells and cultivate your best life.
Oh darn!
in
For a minute, I thought it was
Playtime.
like Sparks will fly at this location.
Make use of
Nah,
magic
I
to complete
completely
tasks
misread
and
the
fend off mischievous
subtitle there.
foes.
Yeah.
Enrich your farm to help your character
That's fine.
flourish. Decorate your space to improve your stats for the day ahead.
Okay, so at home from XE
And
Games
enchant
and
your friends
marvelous.
locally or online in 4-player co-op. Fae Farm launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch September 8th. Pre-orders, including an in-game bonus, are available now on Nintendo
Casual cozy
eShop.
farmer outfit. That's a wordful.
Zoom into wild racing action with
Oh,
Hot
hello.
Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged.
Oh, two.
Choose from over 130 vehicles.
They already did a Hot Wheels
co-op
Unleashed, so
outrageous
I guess it
stunts
did
to
well.
avoid
They're doing another one.
obstacles, find shortcuts, and knock your rivals out of the way.
Neat.
Unleash your creativity by modifying your vehicles and building your own tracks.
Oh, that's
Race
fun.
locally with friends in split-screen co-op. Plus, up to 12 players can hit the
I used to
track
play the Hot
online.
Wheels games back in the
Grab
day.
the wheel when this game
I remember
speeds up to the
N64
Nintendo
Hot
Switch
Wheels.
system October 19th.
That was fun.
Get your chassis looking classy in Manic Mechanics.
Okay, this might be fun. It's a lot similar to like stuff like Overcooked, but with cars instead.
And toss it over.
Making
Repair
cars.
vehicles quickly to earn points in solo play or 4-player co-op. But watch out for treacherous pits, pesky UFOs, and other workplace hazards. Manic Mechanics launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch July 13th.
Manic Mechanics has got
Pre-orders
some
begin
very
today
good
on
alliteration.
Nintendo
I'll
eShop.
take it.
Introducing the second paid DLC for Mario plus
Oh, more Rabbids.
Sparks of Hope. Mario and friends journey to a musical planet.
I gotta check more of the second game. The first game was actually pretty good. Not bad.
And new enemies to battle.
Good old Mario
What
XCOM.
else will they find in this world of melodies? This new DLC, The Last Spark Hunter, launches later today.
Spark Hunter.
A demo of the main game is available now on Nintendo eShop.
Everybody want to try it out if they didn't already pick it up yet.
You really think you
Dragon Quest.
against us?
Oh, hit this. Does this count as another Square Enix thing?
You intend to take arms against me?
A quest for revenge.
You are now cursed, unable to harm monsters. What? What the?
You're going to have to become a monster wrangler.
Monster Wrangler. Oh, hey, it's another one of these Dragon Quest spin-off games. It seemed like you were gonna be the person fighting, but instead you're taming the monsters. I remember these back in the day. We used to play it on the OG Nintendos. The Game Boys. So it's cool seeing a new one here. on the actual 3DS coming up. What do they do? Yeah, there you go. Dragon Quest Monsters, new game. The Dark Prince. Because they make it seem like you were fighting him before, but then now you can't fight him yourself, so you gotta do it yourself. Oh! They got one of the previous Dragon Quest Pro tags there, interacting, but he's got his sword and everything. How has he become a monster tamer? What I missed, Jakato, how you doing? Well, I'm actually off by like a little bit. I'm not directly live, but I had some tech issues, but I was able to get it within the first 5 minutes or so. So we're only off by a little bit, but I am watching this live as it's happening. They just announced some new Dragon Quest stuff. We got a Super Mario RPG remake happening. They negotiate with Square Enix. It's in 3D. That's pretty cool. Oh, here's some Pikmin 4 stuff. Yeah, Dragon Quest Pokemon just got thrown in out there. That's some pretty cool stuff too. But yeah, no, some good stuff. Good stuff. I'm actually pretty excited for Pikmin 4. I'm a big low-key Pikmin fan.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it,
which is pretty cool. You gotta make your own custom Pikmin dude this time around. From what I heard.
All right, let's explore.
But Super Mario RPG 3D remake confirmed.
Once plucked, Pikmin are ready for action.
And Dragon Quest Monsters, new game, which is nice. Super Mario RPG being a big deal. It was rumored that it was gonna be happening, but people say that like a lot of times during Nintendo Direct. So it's like a broken clock is right eventually. I was like, I called it, but I was like, well, I said there would be a Square Enix thing. I didn't think there'd be two Square Enix things with Super Mario RPG Remake. The old SNES game. They negotiated with Square Enix and Nintendo, got that working. And, yeah, no, they got Dragon Quest Monsters, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure Mr. Minoka will be pretty cool. And that is a Game Boy Advance SP. What is that doing in Pikmin? When did the world end if the people went missing during the Game Boy Advance SP era? Around the time of the... Oh, actually that would track out pretty well because if the people disappeared in the Pikmin verse sometime during the GameCube era of the first game, then yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, Game Boy Advance SP would be pretty much there.
You might unexpectedly find some castaways too. Hey, wait a minute. This leafy individual just nabbed the castaway. You've got
to like a mix between Pikmin and Olimar.
It's time for a Dandori battle.
Dandori?
Embrace the art of Dandori by strategically issuing commands to your Pikmin.
Oh, is this like a versus mode?
Collect more objects than your opponent within the time limit to win, and save the castaway.
Oh.
By rescuing castaways, you'll be able to do more activities back at base camp, which
is
right
cool.
next to your spaceship.
Yeah, I was about to say, because like we have our own custom character now as opposed to original made character for Pikmin. In Pikmin 4, you make your own original dude. So how's that work with multiple characters? Are there already some pre-made stuff, or are they give us like a random generated cast of characters? Night expeditions in Pikmin 4? Dude.
Nightfall sends creatures into a frenzy, so stay alert. Thankfully, you'll come across the new Glow Pikmin, which only appear at night.
Oh, hello.
Find luminals that produce valuable glow sap. These mounds also attract various wildlife, so use Glow Pikmin to drive them away and protect the luminals.
Oh, so you gotta use the Glow Pikmin for this, because yeah, no, the reason why you don't go out at night is because they're so dangerous at night.
Many more surprises await on this uncharted planet.
Totally not Earth, by the way.
And Ochi by your side, no challenge is too big or too small.
I'm actually pretty excited for Pikmin. Whether I'll pick up Pikmin 4 when it comes out or a little bit later is another story, though, because boy howdy, a lot of games coming out lately.
Pikmin games, you had to return to
and I'm really feeling that price increase on some games, going from 60 to 70 USD. So hard to say if I'll pick that up when it's brand new, but I know I want to play it at some point in the future.
We have even more Pikmin news to share.
Okay.
HD versions of the first
Oh,
two
hello.
games originally released on Nintendo GameCube will
Yeah?
launch on Nintendo eShop later today.
Today! Oh, hey, cool. That's nice.
Plus, ahead of the game's release, a demo of Pikmin 4 will be available on Nintendo eShop on June 28th.
Oh, that's only a couple days.
The demo
Nice,
can be
cool.
enjoyed even if you've never played a game in the Pikmin series before, so we hope you'll try it out when it releases. Okay, let's see a few more headlines.
I said Konami!
Stealth action
Metal Gear on Nintendo Switch! What?
Master Collection Volume 1. This compilation includes Metal Gear Solid. Infiltrate and regain control of Shadow.
Yeah, I should have gave
Society.
the 3DS version also a port of this
Metal
too.
Gear
Like, have the
Solid
original
2,
PS2 version
Sons
on
of Liberty.
Nintendo Switch, but also
Locate and retrieve a deadly amphibious
on
weapon.
3DS version because they've
Metal
got that
Gear
crouch
Solid
movement.
3, Snake Eater. Survive the jungle.
Oh, that is so
Confront
crazy!
former
Finally
monsters.
getting this on
You can
Nintendo
also
Switch.
enjoy the games that started the series, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2: Solid Snake.
Yeah, man!
The NES versions of both Metal
They
Gear
got the NES games on there too! They got Snake's Revenge!
This compilation
What?
also contains the first Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel and its sequel. Additional content includes screenplay books and master books with story and character info.
Oh, they had the download. Do they have the download
For each
costumes?
game, and a digital soundtrack.
They got the download costumes for MGS3?
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1.
Dude!
Launches on Nintendo Switch, October 24th.
October, okay.
Orders begin today on
All
Nintendo
right.
eShop.
I don't know if I get the
Metal Gear
Nintendo
Solid
version,
games
but I'm
are
definitely gonna pick it up.
separately on Nintendo eShop.
And you can buy them separately. You have the option of buying them separately or getting the collection. That is really cool. If you have not played Metal Gear, go play Metal Gear. Flip it all the tables. Go play Metal Gear.
What it takes to survive a 30-minute onslaught of monsters. Stay
Coming to
alert
Nintendo
avoid
Switch.
enemies
That's crazy.
And attack automatically with your weapons.
I mean, it's a PS2 game. It should work on Nintendo Switch, even in HD. But cool to finally get that portable Metal Gear outside of the Vita version, and I suppose like Steam Deck coming up. But still, on Nintendo Switch, and the NES games are confirmed. They confirmed the NES version of Metal Gear 1 and Snake's Revenge, which is different than the other 2D version of Metal Gear for the MSX, because you had Metal Gear 1 on the MSX, so for the MSX computer, which is different than Metal Gear on the NES, which is a completely different port, and they changed things around, so that's pretty big. And it's the first time we're getting a re-release of Snake's Revenge, which is a spin-off game that was so crazy, so weird, that Kojima's like, hey, who told you you can make a sequel to Metal Gear? I'm gonna make my own sequel to Metal Gear. So he made Metal Gear 2 on the MSX for Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. He saw that Snake's Revenge on the NES and like, hey, I didn't tell you guys to make a Metal Gear sequel. Bam! Here's my Metal Gear sequel. But that's so cool we're getting a re-release of that. That's cool. That's awesome. That's neat.
Piano shooter. Race and fly to the
Anyway,
railroad.
Metal Gear, go play it.
With over 20 minigames, you're in for an impeccably good time.
It's so cool we got confirmation it's coming to the Switch, because it was like, hey, it's coming to Steam, hey, it's coming to PlayStation, some other stuff here. It's coming to Xbox. We're like, what about the Nintendo Switch? Nintendo Switch confirmed.
Ready, set, yo! Penny is on the run, entangled in a chaotic
So
audition
question that
feels
I want to
great.
know is the
She's managed
Nintendo
to make
Switch
some
version,
powerful enemies and a newly animated
is the
world.
Nintendo Switch version for the Metal Gear games the only ones getting those NES games, or are the NES games going to be popping up on other systems like Steam and PlayStation? That's my question. That's what I want to know. And again, I hope they figure out a way how to get those Psycho Mantis memory card things working on these newer systems as like a download or like some kind of special bonus thing, a toggle thing, so you can get them Psycho Mantis dialogues. I want those Psycho Mantis dialogues. Please tell me they found a way how to accommodate for the Psycho Mantis dialogues, because there's no way you can get a PlayStation memory card save for those games on other things outside of PlayStation 1 and PS3, because they can play PS1 games.
Early next year.
So I have lots of questions about them, the Metal Gears.
for Wave 5.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a given. A lot of people were pretty sure we'd get some new explanations of the new Mario Kart DLCs,
Squeaky Clean Sprint.
new courses. Is that coming out today?
Characters are also being added
Or relatively soon?
from Mario Kart
Sorry, I'm
Double
still on the
Dash
Metal Gear
GD
thing.
Piranha.
I'm still on Metal Gear,
From Mario Kart
please.
7, Wiggler. And from Mario
Also,
Kart
interesting they
Tour,
say Metal Gear Solid Volume 1, implying we might get Volume 2 on the Nintendo Switch as well for Metal Gear. So, does that mean MGS4 on Nintendo Switch? How'd that even work?
Zooms onto Nintendo Switch this
Oh,
summer.
no specific date on the course. Come on, summer, man. Give us a date, dude. Give us a date.
DLC at no additional cost. The DLC can also be purchased on its own.
I want a date.
Two worlds, one fateful encounter.
Hello. Star Ocean?
A remake of the second Star Ocean game.
Hey, there you
New
go.
graphics
Star
that
Ocean.
use
We're,
2D
Square
and
Enix
3D
is
on the
really
way.
popping off
After
today.
a mission goes wrong,
I should have went more all in on my
Operation
Square
Officer
Enix
Claw
prediction.
is stranded
I said,
on an
we'll probably
undeveloped
get some
planet.
stuff from Square Enix. This counts as stuff from Square Enix. We got the Super Mario RPG, we got the
Was it fate or
Dragon
mere coincidence?
Quest monsters,
Soon
and now we got some
after,
Star
the two
Oceans.
get entangled in a sinister plot within the galaxy. In this science fantasy RPG,
You know, the
select either
HD
Claude
pixel
or
remastered.
Reyna
That's
as
crazy.
your hero and play through the story
Yeah, Penny's
from their
Penny's Big Break
perspective.
actually does look pretty nice. I might check
also
it out.
meet over
Sorry I
a
didn't talk
dozen
about it too much.
potential
Sorry,
allies
I'm
from
just
all
I'm
walks
on
of
Metal
life.
Gear brain. I
Join your
apologize, but
adventure
no,
with
the other
hero
games
you
look pretty
chose,
good too.
And the decisions you make will have an impact on who can be recruited to your cause.
I'm a big fan of Star Ocean,
Battles take place in real time,
so this is pretty
and
cool how
skills
they're
can be
doing more stuff with
performed
Star
a
Ocean.
single button.
Oh, I got voice acting in it too.
New combat features in this remake include stunning enemies
Star-
with chain attacks.
See, they're using more stuff with the HD pixel remasters, which is great, but I know a lot of people are still waiting for, where's our HD pixel remaster of Chrono Trigger? Square Enix, come on, man.
Search for a way home.
But no, Star Ocean's good too. Star Ocean, I love Star Ocean. Do more stuff with Star Ocean, please.
Save the planet in
Been a-
Star
been a hot
Ocean, the
moment.
second story arc.
Oh yeah, no,
Launching on
November
Nintendo
2nd.
Switch,
Okay,
November
yeah.
2nd.
I'll take it.
It's time to move it, Wario style.
Hey, we got a new Wario move game?
Get ready for more micro game mayhem. in
More
the
Wario.
latest WarioWare game.
Cool.
Hold two Joy-Con
Is this DLC or is it a new game?
Action.
Live around.
Move your body to take on a
Oh, you need
flurry
both
of
Joy-Cons,
lightning-fast
different.
microgames. What you do and how you move.
Okay, so this is
depends on
motion
the
specific.
microgame. React quickly with the right movement, and you'll be on the road.
Oh,
to
hey! That's funny.
You've got
Mario
2
64
pairs of
reference in
controllers.
Mario.
Play with a friend in local co-op. Sync up your actions to beat each microgame. Plus, up to 4 players can live it up across various mini-games in party mode. For example, this dicey board game is going to keep you on your toes.
Mario Party WarioWare style.
Get your body moving in over 200 lightning-fast microgames.
Oh, Pikmin.
In WarioWare, move it. Launching on the Nintendo Switch.
I think I
system
might still stick with the
November
other
3rd.
Switch WarioWare game
Pre-orders
because
begin today
that way you
on
don't have to
Nintendo
exercise. But cool, intelligent systems, they're good.
Why aren't you saying anything?
He was so into it, I didn't want to interrupt. Anyway, this is the latest WarioWare game. You'll use your entire body to strike different poses and complete microgames.
But I don't want to wiggle.
We have a few more things to share.
Families can join the fun at Nintendo Live.
They did announce that they
2023.
were doing a live Nintendo event. Yeah, that's true.
Enjoy live performances. Take photos with some of your favorite characters and more. Plus, cheer on your favorite players in 2 championships. Eligible attendees can also compete in on-site tournaments and participate in a last chance qualifier.
Wait, did they just announce they were doing an
This
Amiibo
all-ages
Smash
celebration
tournament?
is free and will take place September 1st through
Because
4th in
they said
Seattle,
Amiibo
Washington.
available. They're doing a Smash tournament, and there's an Amiibo bracket. An Amiibo bracket.
Visit the website and enter the random drawing for a chance to receive tickets.
Oh, got to tame up your Amiibo.
Attending,
in
visit
Smash
the
Bros.
official PAX West website for more details. Those not selected will have another chance to attend with the 3 Challenge Cups.
Yeah, there's a
this
Smash
summer.
Bros.
The
Cup
top
right
10
there, but
players
they
will
show an
will get
amiibo. There's an amiibo bracket.
Visit the official website for more details. See you there.
A vast number of players are enjoying their time in
Yes,
Hyrule
yes
in
they
The
are.
Legend of Zelda,
I'll
Tears of the
play
Kingdom,
and enjoy it
which
myself at
released
some point in
last
the future
month.
too.
Thank you all very much.
Is that it? No one else was just saying,
An
hey.
amiibo figure of Link from
Doing
the
Zelda.
game was released to coincide with the game's launch.
Yes, it was.
New amiibo of Zelda
Oh, hey.
and Ganondorf are planned
Okay.
to be released this holiday.
What does the
We hope
Ganondorf
you're
amiibo
looking
do?
forward to them. Okay, this next segment will be our last announcement.
Last announcement. Fire Emblem DLC? I don't know. What do you got for us? Oh, Yoshi Island?
Onward and upward.
Oh, new 2D Mario game. Yeah, some people rumored about this. This might be a thing. But what's in this art style, though? They're definitely making it look different than regular new Super Mario Bros. It's got a little bit of a Yoshi Islands feel to it. Is this like a new Super Mario World? Because technically Yoshi's Island was part of that series. Because it's got like Super Mario World / Yoshi Island vibes to it. Definitely messed up, well not messed up, but like they messed around with the art style to make it seem different than usual Mario games. The heck was that power up? A weird power up. Wiggly pipes? What is this mode? Oh no. We thought we escaped elongated Mario from Mario Maker, but he's back. In new game form. Wonder Seeds. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Huh. Oh, hey, Luigi. I wonder what this game... Hey, Playable Daisy! That's cool. Okay, multiplayer. Cool. Online multiplayer? Wink, wink. Yeah, I can play with Jerry then. PA, maybe. Hey, Peach doesn't have a hat. Why does she get a hat parachute, too? She should have a different type of parachute. Actually, why does she even need a parachute? She's got that dress thing that she did since Mario Bros. 2. What are you doing, Nintendo? Wonderful. What the heck is that thing? That's not a toad. This here. Okay. Neat. What is that?
Whoa, Zowie!
Elephant Mario?
That Goomba looks so serene. Well then.
That Goomba looks so serene. Well then.
That was the brand new 2D side-scrolling Mario game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Okay.
When you touch a Wonder Flower, expect the unexpected.
What is even going on with this Mario
Graphics
game?
start moving, or you might turn into something different, for example.
I thought elongated Mario couldn't hurt us anymore.
Daisy is playable.
Oh yeah, Daisy's playable in a platform Mario game.
A lot
That's
of things happen.
getting pretty neat.
We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
For most people. But no, I am just getting started because I do my post-talk, my post-breakdown, my analysis of what has been announced. Most people are like, we're done with the Nintendo Direct. It's over. We saw everything. I'm out of here. No, we don't do that here. We're going to be breaking this down in just a minute. Let me just retitle this as a breakdown, because some people are like, hey, it's over. Definitely not going to rate these other people doing the Nintendo Direct because they're already done. No, we're not done. We're doing a breakdown. We're breaking it down. So let me change this to post Nintendo Direct. June 21st. Breakdown. We're not done yet, Breakdown. Post Nintendo Direct. Breakdown. There you go. We're gonna break this down. We're gonna see some things. We're gonna look it over again. We're gonna do some stuff with it for sure, for sure. But first, let me dial this back a bit. Where the Metal Gears be? Because again, that's probably my area of expertise. We'll break down Metal Gear first because I want to see everything about this. This is more stuff than they announced during the PlayStation showcase for this new Metal Gear collection. I want to know more. Would you like to know more? Yes. That's me. I want to know more. Gee, reload. We're gonna reload. Get this thing reloaded. Reload, please. Thank you. We're gonna break this down. We're gonna break it down. Oh, we gotta change up the settings here because we don't need all that. Okay, here we go. Where's that Metal Gear at? Wow, they just immediately went to the VOD when they were done. We'll also go back to that Pikmin because again, I'm a low-key fan of Pikmin. Yeah, there's that Metal Gear alert. But first, let me tell people, hey, we're not done with the Nintendos yet. We're breaking down. We're doing a breakdown. We're doing analyzation. We're seeing all the details. Because this I'm very curious about. Again, hopefully those Metal Gear saves for the PS1 game can be transferred over into the Switch version and other platforms. Because how do you get those PS1 memory card saves onto Metal Gear right here? But luckily those saves all had to do with Konami, so they have permission to do so. But let me tell everybody, stream chat, there you go. We're doing a breakdown. Breakdown. Everyone. Let's see, doing a breakdown. Breakdown slash slowdown to get all the hidden details in the Nintendo Direct that some folks may have missed. Nintendo time isn't over yet. There you go. Feel free to stop by on the Twitch channel because, yeah, we're still freeze-framing all the Nintendo announcements to see everything. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna throw that there over to my channel. We'll throw it on the Smash Potatoes. Because, again, we are not done yet. Some people are like, I just did the Nintendo Direct. I'm done. No, we're not doing that here. We ain't doing that. We're breaking this down. We're seeing everything. Also, get out of here, pop-ups. We're not done today. There you go. Move this over here, move that over that way. Tell everybody over on my channel what we're doing. Doing a breakdown. There we go. We're doing that, and I'm going to tell everybody over on the Smash Potatoes who may want to pop in. Anybody post talking? Anybody want to post us guess? If they're already post us guessing. Because we're not done yet. No siree. We're telling everybody. Everybody! Everyone! There you go. Bam! Okay, dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, smarky. Boop 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 doo, ba da da doo doo. Bum bum boom, ba da boo, ba da boo, ba da boo. Okie dokie. Bam. Okay. All right. Oh, I should probably put also Metal Gear. Yes, also Metal Gear, because that's my wheelhouse. That's my area of expertise. I can see what's still on there for the Metal Gears. So, yeah, no, that's the first thing I gotta do. I know my Metal Gears. I know my Metal Gears. Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Here's the mouse. I know my Metal Gears. I'm gonna break this down like nobody's business. Because this is more details than what the PlayStation Showcase gave us about this collection. Which, again, saying volume number 1. Which implies the other volumes may also come to Nintendo. Which, come on, Metal Gear Solid 4 has to show up in the next volume, or one of the volumes down the line. So, are we gonna have Metal Gear Solid 4 on Nintendo Switch? The questions are there. The questions. So many questions. So yes, let me play that back. Play this. I should probably hydrate because yes, no, this is the part of the show after the direct where we really break down and freeze frame and rewind and see all the things we may have missed and other people may have missed. For true. Okay. All right. We'll dial this back a little bit. Yes, Pikmin. Good news. I'll break that down when we get to it. But give me that Metal Gear. Yes.
The renowned series of stealth action
MGS1
is infiltrating Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so that's MGS1. It's already rendered out there. So doesn't seem like they did like any HD resin or anything on MGS1. This is supposedly the Switch version. I don't know. It might look better than the actual thing. This might just be archive footage. This might not be the actual thing that they're running for the collection just yet. Hard to say. Maybe we get better rendering out on the PlayStation/PC version/Xbox version. We don't know yet.
As Metal Gear Solid
And this is MGS2. Looking not too different than the HD collection that they did before.
Master Collection Volume.
And Konami, again, with the red. But a Nintendo Direct red. And then MGS3.
1. This...
Which, again, very interesting. Again, portable. MGS3. Not too different far out from the Vita version. But probably running out a lot better because it's running directly the HD collection version as opposed to what they had to change up for the Vita. Just see how it works on the Switch. Which, again, if they really wanted to, hey, Konami, if you wanted to throw something bonus in there, also include the 3DS version of MGS3, minus the, I guess, the photo stuff, because you did kind of remake MGS3 once before, besides that MGS3 remake we already got on the 3DS, with the new remake coming out. Not sure what I'm doing this voice, but, yes, no, they had like Peace Walker controls in MGS3 for the 3DS version, so maybe they could do some of that. That'd be pretty cool.
Compilation includes Metal Gear Solid, infiltrate and regain control of Shadow Moses.
That's MGS1. Again, not sure about the rendering out footage here. Again, this is already up to 720. Looking a little bit blurry right there, but not super HD. But again, I'm not sure if that's a Switch version or archive footage or just... I don't know if that's actually rendered out in the engine that they would be using or not. But, hey, I mean, I played it back when it was all, like, SD resolution, like 480 and below, so not too bad. You could do worse, and I've seen it. I've seen some pretty bad emulations out there, but no, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Locate and retrieve a deadly amphibious weapon. Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, MGS2, MGS3. Which, again, Snake Eater, a lot of people's favorite. Gotta love that Snake Eater.
Survive the jungle and confront your former mentor. You can also enjoy the games that...
Okay, so MSX Metal Gear. Question I want to know is the MSX Metal Gear just the ones that they usually include with the HD collection for MGS3? Because MGS3... You know, the special editions, the later editions of it just had MSX Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 included. Or in the actual volume, the actual collection, is it going to be considered its own separate game? Are they going to, like, list on there, like, hey, here's the original games, pick it from the main menu of all the Metal Gear games that we have in Volume 1? That's my question.
Started the series, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
Yeah, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, that's
well
pretty good. And here's my question. This is the NES Metal Gear, which plays completely different, has a completely different ending boss and other stuff than original MSX Metal Gear. This is NES Metal Gear 1. And then right afterwards, they're going to be showing Snake's Revenge. Are those also separately selectable on the main menu? And is that a Nintendo Switch exclusive? Like, are these NES Metal Gear games? The Nintendo games? The Famicom Metal Gears? Are they going to be on the collection for all platforms? Or only the Switch version? That's my question. I have several questions. I have several questions and I don't have answers. I want those answers. Because I might have to double dip. If these are exclusive for the Switch version, I might have to double dip.
The NES versions of both Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge.
And this, Snake's Revenge, right here. Say what you will about Snake's Revenge. This is the game that people joke like, oh, it's totally not canon. And like the thing that pushed Kojima to actually make Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake is like, hey, you can't make Metal Gear 2. I'll make Metal Gear 2. You didn't even know they were making a sequel until like a guy from this team was like saying, yeah, so they sort of made a Metal Gear sequel behind her back. Like, no, I make my own sequel. But Snake's Revenge, a new re-release of Snake's Revenge in 2023. So this is making me think that the original 2D Metal Gear games in Volume Number 1 might be selectable for the main game menu, as opposed to what they did with MGS3, where it's like, hey, here's Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear 1 on the MSX as part of Metal Gear Solid 3. This is making me wonder. This is making me question if those 2D Metal Gears are just going to be selectable from the main menu. Maybe they'll show it later. Come on, we're breaking this down. We're doing the analysis. We're doing the analysis here. And here's another thing, too. Metal Gear Solid, the digital graphic novel. Is this the PSP, quote, game of Metal Gear Solid, the digital graphic novel, or the movies that were in the Metal Gear Solid Legacy HD collection thingamajig? Because, if you didn't know, other than the actual comics that they made for the digital graphic novel for Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 2, still wish I got a Metal Gear Solid 3 one. We didn't get that one, but whatever. They made the comics. They made PSP games where you get like, hey, you can zoom in, zoom out, and find some Easter eggs, get some information, that kind of jazz. They made those into like games for the PSP, but then later brought back the original Metal Gear cast to like a movie version where you can just watch it as a movie. You wanted to watch the digital graphic novels as a movie with David Hayter and the cast of the original Metal Gears 1 and 2. Then you could do that, because they changed some stuff for the comic. They changed some of the plot points for the comic. Of course, they had to change out Psycho Mantis, because it's not a video game, it's a comic book form. And they also had to change some stuff for Metal Gear Solid 2's crazy AI adventure. But is this collection including the game version or the movie version? Or both? Bonus points if it's both. If it happens to have the video game, air quote, video game version of the Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel and the movie version with David Hayter in there, that would be pretty cool. Because, fun fact, those digital graphic novel recordings, the movie versions, those were the last time you heard David Hayter as Solid Snake for the longest time. During that time where it's like, oh, we got Kiefer Sutherland as Snake for Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, the last thing he did was for the Legacy Collection version of the digital graphic novel for number 2, and then later he did some stuff for Bomberman and some other things, and then those Horde commercials. But I have so many questions.
This compilation also contains the first
Because they're showing it in comic form, but what about David Hayter voicing it? Because he was.
Solid digital graphic novel and its sequel.
Actually, better yet, the best thing to do for the digital graphic novels include the comic you read as a comic, the game version that was on the PSP, and the movie version you could just watch as a movie. Then that'd be, like, the best compilation ever. Especially because, you know, they got the NES games, they got the digital graphic novels. They're doing it really pretty good for Volume 1. Which makes me, again, wonder what they can do for Volume 2, because Volume 2 could be, like, anything. It could be like, hey, we got MGS4 on here, or we got the other non-linear games, like Metal Gear Acid on the collection, or Portal Ops and Peace Walker, like MGS4, Peace Walker. Some folks are probably thinking about that, but crazy that like Ghost Babel on there. I'm actually surprised they didn't include Ghost Babel in this collection, unless they're saving that for a different announcement, because they got the NES, they got the NES, Metal Gear Solid, well, not Metal Gear Solid 1, NES, Metal Gear 1, and Snake's Revenge. Where's our Game Boy Color Metal Gear Solid, which is actually not a part of Metal Gear Solid, as many people thought back in the day, but was actually its own original story called Ghost Babel. It'd be cool if they had that. Unless they're saving that for, I don't know, more Game Boy Color games on the Nintendo Online. I'm actually surprised we didn't get any announcements about, like, the Nintendo Online stuff for games for, like, 64 or Game Boy. Because there's still some stuff in the pipeline for the Game Boy games and the N64 stuff and some of the SNES and original NES games. Surprised we didn't get more news on that in this direct. But, hey, if they're putting Ghost Babel on there, more power to the people who play Ghost Babel on the original Game Boy Nintendo Online service. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty interesting. Anyway, resuming on my breakdown of this. Okay, here we go. What's this? What is this menu? Is this what happens when you click on it? What does download mean? Is that when you had the game separate? Because they said you can buy and download the game separately. You don't have to buy the collection. Is that download option A, downloading the game separately if you download a different game on the collection? 2, I went from A to 2, whatever. 2, the downloadable camos you can get in MGS3 as a download thing, which gives me hope for those Psycho Mantis calls and conversations in Metal Gear Solid 1. If you can download the camos that they had in MGS3 that were only downloadable if you had PS2 Online in this collection, by having a download menu before you even begin the game, that'd be cool. Because then that also gives hope for the Psycho Mantis thing, where you download the save files and put it on the game, even though you don't have the actual saves. You can pick and choose other game saves you can download to your copy of MGS1 from the volume collection. That would be pretty cool. Because, yeah, no, that'd be great. Because that way you don't actually have to get the games or anything, and you won't miss out on the Psycho Mantis dialogue because you didn't have Castlevania saves on your memory card. Unless they just by default give everybody all the game saves. Although, it would be cool if you could pick and choose what saves you have, so you can experiment with Psycho Mantis. So it's like, I don't have a Castlevania save. Download Castlevania. You like to play Castlevania. And he always says Castlevania, but then you download, like, some other save, like Vandal Hearts or something. They're like, oh, you like to play Konami games. And like, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. Thank you for telling us that you can download individual saves, because that would be pretty nice. Also getting alerts on my Discord real quick before we continue the breakdown, because we are not done yet. We are not done. We have a lot of stuff here. So, game selection, master book, screenplay book, download options, legal privacy. Master book and screenplay book. I'm going to guess they got like a manual in there somewhere, but there's a lot of Metal Gear art books, and there's a lot of books where they decided to like, hey, here's the breakdown. Here's the stuff right here. We got a lot of stuff with this thing. Here's the breakdown on like the storyline. Is that what the screenplay book's gonna be? I commented on my stream, you'd be excited about this. I look at my phone. Yes, you are right. I am doing a full breakdown about this because if there's one thing I know, it's Metal Gear, and they revealed a lot more Metal Gear classic stuff in this showcase for the Nintendo Switch than they did for the PlayStation Showcase. So I'm breaking it down. Also, hey, how's it going? Hope you had a good stream. We're not done on my end. We did see through the whole showcase. I know I started mine a little bit later than others, but we caught up with everybody, and most people were like, I am done with the showcase, nothing else to talk about, there's my live reaction. No, we don't do that here. What we do here, on my stream, is break down every little frame, every little detail about the games and stuff we revealed. But I start off with Metal Gear because, you know me, I love Metal Gear. So, we start off with Metal Gear, then we're gonna rewind back, and we're gonna check out the other games in the showcase, because a lot of stuff to showcase, because, you know, you got that Super Mario RPG remake and Dragon Quest Monsters, and boy howdy, Square Enix had a very good field day today. I said some Square Enix stuff. I didn't expect Square Enix would just reveal everything for the Nintendo Showcase. But I have a lot of things to geek out about. Not just this, because of that Super Mario RPG, because again, they figured out the copyrights with Square Enix, and I am a big fan of Dragon Quest Monsters, played that back in the day on the Game Boy, and some other stuff, but first things first, I'm getting this out of the way. I know it's like most people would go back and rewind from the start and see each game individually. No, we don't do that here. I am a Metal Gear streamer. I love Metal Gear. I know everything about Metal Gear. Not everything about Metal Gear. I'm not the go-to expert. I am a expert slash person you could go to for a lot of Metal Gear consultations. I'm pretty sure there's a bajillion other people who know more than me. But I like to think I am up there in at least the experienced Metal Gear fanboys. I'll be able to break down and tell you Easter eggs and other things about Metal Gear you may have not known about, and fun facts and trivia and behind-the-scenes stuff, because, yes, Metal Gear is in my top video games of all time, so I like breaking it down. I like the Easter eggs. I've read the books. I've got the art books. I got the action figures. I played the pachinko machine before. I know a lot of things about Metal Gear, which is why I'm breaking this down. I did not think I'd go on full Metal Gear mode today, but here we are. I'm on full Metal Gear mode because Nintendo Direct had to do some stuff about Metal Gear. Hey, how you doing, a positive game? We're breaking down the Nintendo Direct, but more specifically, we're breaking down the Metal Gear Volume number 1 that got announced during that Nintendo Direct. Because, yeah, no, big Metal Gear fan. Anyway, we were on the screen for a minute. What else you got for me? Freeze frame. Spoiler, they give you spoilers. Good call. And cool how they have the actual alert noise for the spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers for Metal Gear, they tell you, hey, spoilers in the game. Hello. So they give you a warning before going in there. That's neat. That is cool. Spoiler alert. This book references content from the entire Metal Gear series. Recommend reading this after you've completed each game to avoid spoiling your experience. So that's cool. Cool. Question I want to know is if it knows if you beat the game. If it knows you beat the game already, does it get rid of the spoiler alert? Because, like, hey, you beat the game already, no spoilers. Or they change it up saying, spoilers for anybody who hasn't beaten it. If you've beaten it, that's cool. But if you haven't beaten it yet, then I don't know.
Screenplay books.
Screenplay books. Yeah, you get the Cobra unit. The pain, the fear, the end, the fury, the sorrow. Reframe areas, get some support from Metal Gear Solid 3 if you completely in already. So you're already giving us spoilers already, Mr. Nintendo Direct.
And master books with story and character in.
So yeah, they're really breaking down some of the stuff here. Metal Gear, spoilers and stories. Talking about Grannon, who made the idea of Metal Gear. And Johnny! Johnny gets his own entry. Thank you. There you go. The Gru officers the object of Vulcan's affection. We got Rykoff over there. That's funny.
Oh.
That's cool stuff. I have to go back. Can you tell me more about Johnny? Tell me about Metal Gear Johnny. No, there's the music. Backspace.
Screenplay books and master books with story and.
Again, so weird. See the Nintendo Switch symbols for Metal Gear. Grandfather recurring character Johnny Sasaki. Grew soldier assigned guard duty at Grad Prison, lives in the United States prior to the Cold War. His wife and son are still there. Unlike other soldiers, he has a J on his soon into his mask and armband. Grandfather Johnny Sasaki first appeared in Metal Gear Solid. If you throw back the food, it gives you 3 times the special events. Hey, that's cool. Give you some Easter egg knowledge. That's cool. That's cool. They actually tell you about the Easter egg. Has been developing a biometal tank that bears resemblance to what would become Metal Gear, but money and manpower directed towards the Shagohod. Yeah, they actually talk about it. He made Metal Gear.
Character info.
Oh, and the Oswald unit gets his own little blurb next to Johnny. Okay. Oh, that is cool. They give you the map and where the Caro towns are. It's a strategy guide. They threw in a strategy guide in the game, in the actual volume. So you want to get the Easter eggs, they're telling you. Tell them about all the R1s, too, and all the things. You beat them with the tranquilizers as well, game. That is neat. That is cool. That is awesome. I also want to take a look at the Japanese Nintendo Direct later when I get the chance to, so that way, if I miss anything, because sometimes the Japanese version has some stuff that's not in the English one. I might look that up later, but for now, we're just doing an analysis of the English U.S. Nintendo Direct, which, bear in mind, is slightly different than the European, because the European one has its own one, and the U.S. one has its own one, but there might be slight differences, yes. Yes, yes, yes. 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 Ah.
Strategy guides for each game.
Oh, hey, yeah, there you go. This music soundtracks for Metal Gear, that's neat. We'll actually dial it back a little bit, because they specifically said strategy guides. I was saying strategy guides, thinking they were strategy guides, but tell me that they're strategy guides.
Digital soundtrack.
Back, I say.
Info.
One more time.
Strategy guides for each.
Strategy guides for each game. Thank you. Don't have to go Googling, it's all in the strategy guide. That's neat. That is pretty cool.
Each game. And a digital soundtrack.
And digital soundtrack. Cool, cool, cool. So you can just, like, chill out with your Nintendo Switch playing that Metal Gear soundtrack. Nice.
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1.
And again, Volume 1. Are you implying we'll get the other volumes? Because I hate it. I hate it when they have games where they're like, here's Volume 1. Volume 2 never comes to the system. That has happened so many times with, like, HD collections and some other stuff. I'm looking at you, SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1. There was no 2. No 2 for some systems. But, like, yeah, no, like, they're saying Volume 1. Volume 1. Not just Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, but Volume 1. We better get Volume 2 on this as well.
Launches on Nintendo Switch, October 24th.
And there you go. There's a date right there. Hashtag Metal Gear. October 24th, 2023. Let me actually just break this down. I'm gonna just do a thing. See, I miss when they gave Nintendo Directs, like Nintendo showcases, weeks notice, or even a 3-day notice. But these less than 24-hour notices are crazy. There you go. And then I'm gonna tweet about this thing real quick, because I broke down the Metal Gears, but then we're gonna break down the other games. We ain't done yet. Boo. Let's see. Okay, so available October 24th, 2023. Let me just look at my calendar real quick. I'm gonna see what day does that fall on. The 24th is a Tuesday. Oh, okay. I have to fit that in for my schedule. I have to find out if those NES games, them NES Metal Gear 1 and Snake's Revenge, are those Nintendo exclusive, or are they going to be included in all versions of Volume 1? Let's see. Let me also go back here for a minute. I'm just going to throw something down. Still doing my post. I'm going to tweet this out. Post Nintendo Direct freeze frame analysis of things folks may have missed on a first watch of the Direct, but that Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Vol 1, though. Hashtag Metal Gear. Yeah, there you go. Many questions on if NES Metal Gears are exclusive to Switch and them built-in guides. Let me change this up a bit. Still doing my post Nintendo Direct freeze frame analysis of things folks may have missed on a first watch of the Direct. Let me dial it back a bit. Many questions if NES games are exclusive to Switch. Also, and implying other volumes for Nintendo. There you go. Change that from first to spelling out first with the numerical. There you go. First, let's see. Still doing post Nintendo Direct freeze frame analysis of things folks may have missed on a first watch of. On a first watch. Yeah. On a first watch. Maybe just on a first watch. But that Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. Many questions if NES Metal Gears are exclusive to Switch. And them implying other volumes for Nintendo. There you go. That's my tweet about that, but no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We got other games to do here. But yeah, I gotta mark that off though. October 24th, 2023. If I had to double dip. I may have to double dip for the Metal Gear Collection, because you know how much I love Metal Gear. Those NES games are exclusive only for the Switch version. Well, it is what it is. But hopefully, it won't be exclusive and you'll be able to play on whatever platform.
Pre-orders begin today.
And the pre-orders begin today.
Shop. The first 3 Metal Gear Solid games will also be available separately on Nintendo eShop.
Okay, so that's the thing. They said the first 3 Metal Gear games will be available on the Nintendo eShop separately. But is that again implying that the MSX games are included with MGS3 again, or selectable from that main menu if you own the Master Collection? How do the NES games factor? Is that an updated version of MGS3 that includes both the MSX games and the NES games? Because the NES games, again, are different than the MSX games. They're both 2D. A lot of people get confused together, especially with Metal Gear 1 on MSX versus Metal Gear 1 on the NES. Again, I hope they do something with Metal Gear Solid / Ghost Babel on the Game Boy Color. Maybe they didn't announce that yet, or they'll put it in last minute, or maybe that's a Volume 2 thing. I don't know. So many things to think about with that one. But anyway, that's Metal Gear. And they did some more stuff with that. So let's take this back to the beginning, how most people do these things. Most of these analyses and seeing what's going down. Yep, Mario RPG, there you go. Bringing it back. Dial it back. Here's the Direct. Here you go. Actually got the date right there. Dating. Yeah, I say I can have a proper stream. Yeah, no, by all means, go ahead. I know it's an early stream. It's a thing, but I have to at least do a 2-hour stream. That's my bare minimum. I want technical difficulties get out of the way. So that's another reason why I do these analyses, because some people are like, the Nintendo Direct was only 40 minutes or so. I'm going to do a little more than that, because on average, most people do at least a 2-hour stream. That's what's going down on there. I am not done yet. I am breaking down everything else, because I am also excited for the Super Mario RPG remake. Looking really good. I played that back in the day. One of the games I have. I still have the SNES cart. And I'm also very big into Dragon Quest Monsters and Star Ocean, which is getting that HD Pixel Remaster remake treatment that Square Enix has been doing lately. We didn't get Chrono Trigger's HD Pixel Remaster remake. That's probably coming up sometime in the future. But we did get Star Ocean, which I'm very good with that. But you have a good proper meal, proper stream. I may be also streaming later today too for multiplayer stuff. I have to see about that. I'm gonna be joining other people on that. I don't know just quite yet, because Nintendo had to make me throw out my entire morning schedule out the window for having to just announce this less than 24 hours ago. Like, come on, Nintendo, give us like a week's prep time. The reason why I was late starting up the stream to begin with in the first place was because, no, why'd it have to be so early? I know it's early here for us, but some other folks, it's like, oh, it's afternoon. It was late at night for me. Time zones, I get that. But even then, it was still less than 24 hours to prepare. You could have at least given us the 3-day warning. They used to give us, like, more than 1 day as, like, a heads up. But no, they're like, nah, less than 24 hours. Here you go. And randomly on a Wednesday, too. Why on a Wednesday? Could have been on a Friday. Could have been on a Saturday. Could have been on a Sunday. A free day. It's a work day, for crying out loud. Some people had to throw this stuff out the window. Had to watch during classes. Had to work during working. Come on, Nintendo. Be better, man. I remember when it used to be like E3 week and like, hey, here's our schedule. Here's when we're doing Nintendo Directs. During like E3 week. I know they don't do the E3 anymore, but come on, he at least told us a week ahead of time so everybody be prepared, make it a bigger event, have everybody prep up, not having to, like, throw out your schedule plans and other ideas out the window, you know? What are you doing, dude? I squeal like a little good when Star Ocean Remake 2 was announced. I know! Star Ocean 2 Remake! Looking really good! I also grew up on the Star Ocean games, but a remake in the HD pixel remastered style. Full-on voice acting. Looking really good. Again, Square Enix doing that with their stuff. They're doing it with Dragon Quest. They're doing it with... They did it with Live Alive, Live Alive. They did it with, of course, you know, stuff with Final Fantasies and other cool stuff. And they're doing Star Ocean, which is pretty cool. Again, still fingers crossed eventually for doing more of their RPGs and stuff, especially Chrono Trigger. I know a lot of people have been figuring out they do Chrono Trigger at some point. Some people even made fan examples of an HD pixel remastered version of Chrono Trigger. But still, Star Ocean, really good. If you haven't played Star Ocean, now's the time to get in on that. Because Star Ocean's pretty good. How you doing, EPAM? We're doing our breakdown of the Nintendo Direct. We already saw it. Most people are like, I saw the Nintendo Direct, boom, I'm out of here. But no, I don't do that. I freeze frame, I rewind, I theorize, I show everything they could possibly think of for the Nintendo Direct. And that's what I think is what sets us apart from some other channels. Like, bam, here's the Nintendo Direct, bam, I'm out of here. No, we do more than that. We take another step beyond, and especially geek out about games that people want to talk about. But I hope you're having a good day. But yes, here we go. Breakdown time. Breakdown time. I was right about Square Enix having a field day, though. I was like, Square Enix is probably going to have a few things to show in this showcase. That's my prediction. I didn't think they'd have, like, the whole showcase with a bunch of announcements and reveals and stuff. Super Mario RPG Remake. Got that Star Ocean Remake. You got that Dragon Quest Monsters going down. Like, dude. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, I put you on after I saw the Metal Gear announcement. I've been lurking for a while. You saw the Metal Gear announcement, and you're like, oh, something about Metal Gear. Jakato's gonna go crazy. Yes, you're not wrong. Again, if anybody's tuning in right now, I did go crazy about the Metal Gear. I did my breakdown of Metal Gear. I had theories about the Metal Gear HD collection release that they're doing with it. Because, yeah, a lot of implications. And, ooh, yeah, okay, there you go. Again, I'm a big fan of Pikmin, and the announcement, other than stuff more for Pikmin 4, which, again, I want to get sometime in the future. It's definitely on my wish list. Not sure I'll be able to pick it up right away, because, boy, howdy, those price increase on video games from 60 to 70 USD. I'm feeling it. So many good video games out there. But definitely add that to my wish list, because I love Pikmin. I want to play it. I want to play Pikmin 4, especially getting to make your own Pikmin dude as the pro tag this time around, instead of, you know, the regular story where you have, you gotta make your own Pikmin guy as the main commander, the captain this time around, which is pretty cool. But, Pikmin 1 and 2 bundle already on the eShop. Games will be available to buy separately at, okay, so the price for the bundle on the eShop for Pikmin Bundle 1 and 2 is $49.99 on the Nintendo eShop. Add that to my wish list, because I definitely want to pick that up. Maybe even, put that on there with a Nintendo gift card thing. Depending if folks want to see me play Pikmin 1 and 2 in the future. I played all Pikmin 3 on stream before, but if they're re-releasing Pikmin 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch, and Pikmin 4 coming up at some time, maybe. I'm kind of more looking at Pikmin 4, because I played Pikmin 1 and 2 on plenty of platforms before. The original GameCube releases, the Wii and Wii U releases, stuff with that. Done that before, but hey, no, I definitely play it again on the Switch if I get the opportunity to do so. But you could buy the bundle for, in US dollars, $49.99, or you could buy the game separately for $29.99. You save when buying both games. Yeah, if you're gonna pick up the classic Pikmin games, just get the bundle, man. Just get the bundle. You save more with the bundle. It's really good. Good stuff. Good. Good Pikmins. Oh, also, they didn't say this in the Direct for some reason. They're doing they're doing a physical copy of Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. Sorry, I'm very excited about Pikmin. I actually like Pikmin. I low-key like Pikmin. It's actually one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. But anyway, yeah, a lot of people take Pikmin as a joke, but I actually do like Pikmin. There is going to be a demo coming up on the eShop on June 28th for Pikmin 4, but the HD versions of the first two Pikmin games will also be available physically on September 22nd. Kind of a weird wait. Why are you waiting for September 22nd on that one? Like, the physical version of Metroid Prime Remastered only took, like, a little bit. Which, by the way, we didn't get a Metroid Prime Remastered 1 or 2. We got the announcement of Metroid Prime Remastered 1 before, but what about 2 and 3, though? Nothing on that yet. Probably still waiting for whatever, you know, when Metroid Prime 4 happens. Maybe they'll announce a physical thing for that, or a digital one on that one. Which, add that to the list of things we surprisingly didn't get. We didn't get anything on Metroid, and we didn't get anything about classic Game Boy games or N64 games that are still in the pipeline since the last Nintendo Direct that they had. No new updates on those. Just that they're coming eventually. Again, where's my Pokemon Stadium 2? I want to play those Pokemon Stadium 2 mini games. Matter of fact, where's Mario Party 3? Because, you know, Mario Party 3 was announced a while ago. We got the 2 and 1. Where's our Mario? Where's our Mario parties? But, yeah. Okay, so Physical Edition includes both Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2, September 22nd. The inclusion of the 2 games on Nintendo Switch, all 4 main games in the Pikmin series, 1, 2, 3, and 4, as of July 21st, Pikmin 4 will be available on one system. All 4 Pikmin games, not including spin-offs, will be available on the Nintendo Switch in July. So that's cool. I might pick up the digital versions of the original Pikmin and stuff. I can't wait for that long. Again, depending on how the game window release is, because a lot of good games releasing this year. A lot of games already out. Can't play them all. Again, if anybody's curious about sending things over or seeing particular games you want to see me play, we do got them wish list, the Steam wish list, and the Thrones. So feel free to take a look at that. But back to the direct analysis. Yeah, I'm just going to throw these down. If you're curious, I've updated that recently, especially with stuff like Final Fantasy 16 coming out. That's also on my wish list. Definitely want to play that. Played the demo. You guys seem to like it. I definitely want to play it. I had the means to do so. I got the PlayStations. But, yeah, again, the $70 price tags. Not so sure about those. But I will play them should it get sent in. Because, again, we got that Monday Maverick Mystery Madness and whatnot. So, yeah, nobody's obligated to do so, but it is a thing that we do here. If games get sent to us, we do play it on stream eventually. They do get showcased. We've got a checklist of all the games we still have to do, and we've got a lot of them checked down. But things that get sent to us, we showcase it, whether it be games, food, anime, whatever. We showcase it. But Nintendo Direct, again, here we go. Here's the Pokemon stuff again. Pokemans. Those are memories you've already created, but there will be new memories with the DLCs. Scarlet and Violet. The hidden treasure of Area Zero. Yo, Mask. What's the deal with the teal masks? Oh no, they're telling us to eat dirt. Special festival. Oh, Snorlax's not blocking your path this time around. Legendaries. There you go, 3 legendaries. And on the signage. With a little bit of Zarude. And there's the mask. No one cared who they were until they put on the mask. It's past. Now we're in the future. Indigo disc. Because masks are the past, but information discs are the future. Oh, they're Pokemon zoos. They got artificial environments. The ceilings are closed out. They're artificial environments for the Pokemon to to have their habitats. Okay. That's a pretty crazy design for a Pokemon. A World Turtle. With all the elements. Alright, so DLC. Available to purchase now. They get like a pre-order thing if you do that ahead of time. Oh, there's the mask and there's the oh, so the Pokemon hides behind the mask. So it has a real design and the mask has its own. Right, okay. Part 1 will be in the fall. Into the disc will part 2